Welcome back to another Millennial in-depth video. If you are new here, hit that subscription button below, turn on the notification bell so you get the every single time I upload a video. Future millionaires, I am sick to my stomach that I even have to make this video, but it is true. Student loan payment starts back on January 1st after almost 3 years of a no payment pause. The final extension was passed in August when Joe Biden and the administration under Joe Biden came out and told us about the student loan forgiveness plan, which currently has a couple of wrenches being thrown at it and it is paused. So let's get right into it, right? So currently, the latest tea that we are hearing is that Texas, a judge in Texas, has come out and said that the student loan forgiveness plan is illegal because it does not meet the requirements in the HEROES Act that the plan initially said that it did. And it is saying that this plan usurps the Congress's power, right, their rights to make laws.
Bruh.
This isn't the first issue that has come up against the plan, which we knew there was going to be some friction. We knew. 6 Republican-led states came out and tried to, basically say, we're not doing that. And every time that the administration has, been knocked down, they came out with some sort of edit that would make sure that the plan would go through and that people would receive their student loan forgiveness checks. Joe Biden's words, not mine. I hope he does not send out checks. But that was brought down, right? It was struck down. It did pause the forgiveness, which was supposed to go out 2-3 Mondays ago, depending when you see this video. But now this latest, issue from Texas, it's always Texas or Florida, ain't it? This latest issue from Texas has been a real issue because it's the first one that has come after the HEROES Act, as opposed to other things where the administration has been able to edit the initial plan in order to still pass through. 23 million people have applied for student loan forgiveness, so we're going to still hold out hope that it is still going to come to fruition. And something tells me, there's a little birdie in my head that's telling me that all 23 million people that applied do not live in states that support student loan forgiveness and do not support the party that supports student loan forgiveness. Tea is being spilt. Anyway, we're going to move on from that unfortunate information and jump into some more unfortunate information, but it's going to help you prepare and plan over the next 30 days to get your money right, to get your mind right, to get your life right for this January 1st unpause, right? So the first thing, and I know it's the unsexy thing to say, but it is true, any financial foundation that is going to be strong, that is going to really, put you on a trajectory to reach that future millionaire status is going to start off with a budget. Now, many of us have not had to include our student loan payments into our budget since 2020. That means our budgets are going to need to be readjusted, which means I need you to sit down, doesn't matter where you sit down, on a money date with yourself and readjust your budget to ensure that you have the funds to cover your student loan payment come January 1st. You've got 1 month, don't let me down. Schedule it into your phone. Pause this video, schedule the money date into your phone because your budget needs to be adjusted. I'll wait. Okay, I have virtually digitally waited long enough. The second thing that you're going to need to do in order to prepare or plan for the reinstatement of the student loan payments on a monthly basis, you're going to need to make more money. I know this is an unpopular thing. People are like, you can budget and save your way into, you can't budget and save your way into anything. You can't, right? If you only have $10, you cannot budget and save $10 when you need 20. That's how math works. That is how math works, y'all. And y'all feel me. Y'all know I'm not new to this, right? So you are going to need to make more money. That is easier said than done, especially when we have a looming recession on the horizon, right? But that means you're going to have to lean into your skills, your talents, your creative ingenuity, and you're going to have to side hustle and build multiple streams of passive income. What does that look like? That can look like anything, right? Based off of your lifestyle, based off of your circumstances, based off of what you can and cannot do, right? Some people work 80 hours a week. So they're not going to be able to go out and do Uber Eats while other people can do Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart. You can build things that you can create, sell courses. I personally, my biggest claim to fame, my biggest stream of passive income has always come from selling my lesson plans and unit plans on Teachers Pay Teachers. I am currently leading the Bitch I'm in Debt Money Saving Challenge. Yes, That is the title. Right? And I'm helping 469 people save $1,000 in 8 weeks. That's $469,000. What? And in that savings challenge, we are currently talking about ways to build multiple streams of income that don't really take out too much of our energy. So because I was already lesson planning and unit planning as an educator, that made sense for me to do. You can put, for my educators watching, you can put your units and lesson plans on Teachers Pay Teachers. You can put them on Etsy, but use the skills and the ingenuity and the things you already have going for yourself to make that extra money, because you're going to need it. And not only is it going to help you pay your student loans, it's going to help you pay them down faster. Cue in how I paid off $102,000 on a teacher salary. Video up here if you're new, didn't know. Yes, that's what happened. Moving right along to the third thing is you're going to want to update your contacts information, especially because when the pause occurred, there were 2 student loan providers. One of them was bitch ass Navient, and the other one I believe was Fed Loans. Moved around, switched around, no longer was going to be servicing, moved to different companies. So you want to make sure that you have an accurate account, that it shows exactly the amount of money that you have left, that you've made all your payments, that it's not delinquent, and that they can reach you and find you whenever necessary. And that is extremely important now that we have like the student loan forgiveness coming through, right? Coming through. It's coming through. I don't care what those states say. Yes. Okay. Let me settle in. Right. So you want to make sure that your contact information is accurate, especially if you've moved, if your email address is no longer updated, if your phone number, whatever it is, make sure that info is up to date. Number 4, we have cut costs wherever you can. And I always say this, to cut costs within reason. You are still a human being. You are still a person who needs to live life. Yes, you want to make sacrifices in order to pay down your debt, in order to be debt free. But you got to eat. You can't just cut off everything out of your life. That doesn't seem like a very fulfilling or enjoyable life. So you want to cut costs wherever they are possible. So again, that money date, which was in step 1, will show you exactly what you're spending your money on, where you might not even know, like, do I need that Hulu subscription when I have Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max, ESPN, all this? Do I need it? Do I want it? Is it something that I enjoy? Does it bring value to my life? If not, cut it out. Cut it. The price is way too high.
You need to cut it.
Yes, thank you. Okay, the next piece that you want to do outside of just side hustles and passive income, which offer a lot more consistent income on a consistent basis, you also want to have that burst of extra money, because, baby, when January 1st comes, I know it's supposed to be like New Year, New Me, happy. I'm not going to be happy when I see student loans reinstate. I'm just not, right? So having that extra burst of money is going to be helpful, either to put into your savings as an emergency savings fund, or to start it off by making an extra payment, right? If you want to just like, all right, debt, here I go. I'm here to whoop that ass, right? And how you can do that, you can sign up for cashback apps. I live, love, laugh. Live, love, laugh? Huh. That was interesting. I thrive on cashback apps. If you did not know, I use 6 cashback apps to make about $150 to $200 a month. And that is helpful for me to pay down mortgage, to pay for my pet, to pay for my car, to pay for unexpected expenses, right? So if you do not know, you can watch that below. I've also linked the 6 apps that I use in order to get cashback. Outside of cashback rewards for money you're already spending, declutter that home. Declutter that home. There are tons of things that are sitting there collecting dust that you do not want, that you do not need, that you do not use, that you can sell and give them to a much better, useful home and get that extra money. So after you have that money date, after you've checked in on your budget, what I want you to do is just take a lap around the house, see if there are any things. It also could help you clean and you only see this vision right here, but you don't see the chaos that's here. So it's a twofer, right? So you're looking at things that you can sell to make extra money, and you're also cleaning up the crib around the holidays. Why not? The final tip is to avoid student loan scams, especially when the student loan forgiveness app came out. Scammers were just sitting there with their Birdman palms, rub it together, making sure that they can come in and take their piece of the pie, right? You do not need to pay anyone to do any services for you, to fill out anything for you, to expedite anything for you, because it's a scam. It's not true. Do not fall for it. Do not lean into it. Do not give them any of your personal information. All the information you need is for free, and you can find it on studentaid.gov. bonus tip, because I love y'all and I took such a long break in 2022 that I'm a little embarrassed. You want to make sure that if you've tried all the other tips and steps and you're just like, yo, it's not going to happen. I cannot do it. I cannot afford this payment. My circumstances have changed. What you want to do is you want to reach out to your loan provider and you want to either apply for forbearance or deferment, which there are two different things, and I'll list those right here, or you want to have them move you to an income-based payment plan, right? An income-driven repayment plan. If you are already on one, still reach out and ask if there's an adjustment or a shift, because there's so many different versions of that income-based repayment plan that they can put you onto a plan that might be more affordable for you, or it will be adjusted to, you know, the circumstance that you are currently experiencing. Life is hard. Life is lifing. So do not be ashamed. Do not be embarrassed. Do not feel afraid to reach out, speak, make your voice heard, because we weren't supposed to even be in this situation, to be freaking honest. But we're here. We're here and we're here, right? Thank you so much for sticking around with me. I will catch you in the next one. This lipstick is, all right. Bye, y'all.